Welcome to our channel, where we deliver daily, high-quality videos to help you make informed decisions about various products. Today, we're diving into the world of technology to bring you the best TP-Link routers. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and check out our social media for more exciting content. Let's jump right in. Number 1. TP-Link Archer X75 X5400. This is a well-rounded router built to handle the entire family streaming at once. The TP-Link Archer X75 X5400 takes advantage of the recent changes to Wi-Fi protocols that allow for a 6 GHz band alongside the traditional 5 GHz and 2.4 GHz bands. This means more opportunities for seamless connectivity when you're fighting with your apartment complex neighbors for a stable connection. Less congestion on the highway, as the old adage goes. It advertises up to 5,400 megabits per second speed, but that's just combining the 2,402 megabits per second speed offered by the 5 GHz and 6 GHz bands. The 2.4 GHz offers 574 megabits per second, which still isn't too shabby. And no matter the advertised speed of a router, your true speed is determined by your connected device. Like, there's no way your old Xbox 360 is getting 2,402 megabits per second, or even 574 megabits per second. But if you connect it to one of the 4 gigabit Ethernet ports, you might. Number 2. TP-Link Archer A7 AC1750. When all you need is a stable connection to the internet without the complication of multiple people trying to hog the bandwidth, the TP-Link Archer A7 AC1750 is your best option. This sub-$100 router offers the basics of Wi-Fi 5, including 450 megabits per second on 2.4 GHz and 1,300 megabits per second on the 5 GHz band. It has 4 antennas instead of 6 or 8, which is fine because you don't have a gaggle of children in different corners of the house constantly consuming all the internet content ever. So yeah, if you do have a house party, there might be some slowdown. The good news is that if your household does expand, there is mesh network support. You can add a TP-Link 1 mesh Wi-Fi extender or mesh system and instantly expand your network. It works with Alexa and supports USB 2.0 for local file storage. Security options include access control to blacklist your neighbor who keeps trying to hop on your Wi-Fi and one-touch WPA wireless security encryption. Number 2. TP-Link Archer GX90 Gaming Router AX10000. The TP-Link Archer GX90 Gaming Router AX10000 is the big honking chunk of beef you need on your router shelf if your life is spent gaming, streaming, and having LAN parties with the brothers. It's a tri-band Wi-Fi 6 router, which means you get two 5 GHz bands pushing a whopping 4,804 megabits per second each and 918 megabits per second on the 2.4 GHz band. Throw in 8 gigabit LAN ports, 2 USB 3.0 ports, Type A and Type C, and you've got yourself a gaming throwdown, whether you're a PlayStation 5 or gaming PC type. This is all handled by a 1.8 GHz quad-core CPU and 3 coprocessors. And it's not that expensive either, coming in well under some of the purported top-of-the-line routers. Support options include TP-Link Home Care, which features antivirus protection and parental controls. It also works with compatible TP-Link mesh systems, which can help blanket your house in Wi-Fi. A cozy, always connected blanket that delivers the highest speeds that your devices can handle. Number 4. TP-Link Deco XE75 Pro X5400. Mesh networks are a mixed bag, but the TP-Link Deco XE75 Pro X5400 offers solid coverage of 5,500 square feet with only 2 nodes. Where mesh networks can get a little squirrely is that zone of coverage. You might have a normal-sized 1,400 square foot house, but because your router is stuck in the laundry room with several walls in between it and the bedrooms and some sort of weird interference with the upstairs bedroom, you end up with 5 nodes instead of 2. That's why this Wi-Fi 6 mesh network is the best middle ground available, as it has strong 2,402 megabits per second 5 GHz and 6 GHz connections and a 574 megabits per second 2.4 GHz connection, but isn't the most expensive option. If you want to switch up, the TP-Link Deco M5 AC1200 is a nice little starter mesh with dual band, while the TP-Link Deco X90 AX6600 is the big, expensive mesh network for even larger homes. Number 5. TP-Link Archer AX10 AX1500. Comparable with the TP-Link Archer A7 AC1750, The main difference with the TP-Link Archer AX10 AX1500 is its use of Wi-Fi 6. But that usage does have its limitations. The biggest sacrifice with this router is the 2.4 GHz band only delivering 300 Mbps, as it only supports 802.11n or Wi-Fi 4. However, that's quite fine for basic home connectivity needs. Like all TP-Link routers, it uses beamforming technology to focus Wi-Fi signals on actual receiving devices rather than just sending signals wildly across your house. The 5GHz band is your fastest option, with 1201 megabytes per second. That's not too shabby, especially if your immediate needs are light. We do tend to gravitate toward larger, more expensive routers, but there is nothing wrong with these smaller, cheaper routers. They certainly aren't intended for larger homes with dozens of devices, but can be extended with a mesh network, but are perfect for singular use.